The temperatures were cool last week, but the turkey action was red hot. Reach out there and shoot one up, Dad. Got him. You got him.
Growing Deer TV is brought to you by Bass Pro Shops, also by Reconics, Trophy Rock, Muddy Outdoors, Non-Typical Wildlife Solutions, Eagle Seed, Nikon, Winchester, Scentmaster, Dead Downwind, Antler Dirt, Lacrosse Footwear, Redneck Hunting Blind, Bloodsport Arrows, Prime Bows by G5, and Outdoor Edge Knives.
Well, after Grant took his bird last Tuesday morning, AJ and I jumped in the truck and headed north to hunt my family farm.
We cross and get to the eastern ridge, they fly down and go to the western ridge. So hopefully we can give them a little payback later on this morning.
Well, as those birds faded away and got quiet, we heard another bird fire up a couple hundred yards down the ridge, so we packed up and headed that way. Once we closed the gap, we gave a few calls, he responded, so we sat down and hoping the gobbler wasn't too far away. We set up in a small clover plot, made a few soft calls, and when he responded, we knew he was close. Acts like he's gonna come right down into the food plot, and wouldn't you know it, he had other plans. Finally, after 10 minutes of strutting back and forth behind the trees, he steps out on the road and it's time to let the Winchester bark.
Kill him. He would get to the edge of those trees right where the lane comes down in the pot and then turn around and go around. I was like, no!
It was like he knew the line and he just followed it.
You flopped him. He just totally froze when you shot. That was awesome.
It's always fun, brother. Watch it be like he's acting like an old Tom, but watch it be a little old 2-year-old. I'll shoot 2-year-olds though. Probably 7-8 spurs. Oh, he's heavy though. Whew, he's beautiful. That's all that matters when it comes to turkey hunting. While my Tom was approaching, we could hear some other birds firing up down the ridge. So the celebrations were short. I grabbed the camera, AJ grabbed the shotgun, and we took off after those birds. We knew it was several birds, got set up, stuck out a strutting decoy, made a few calls, and here they came. Ended up being 4 gobblers and they were locked on the decoy.
I could not believe that.
Oh my God.
It took me forever to see them. And then I saw 4 of them.
Dude, this is absolutely the legendary day right here.
Wow.
Never in my life.
You better go get your bird, whoever shot that one.
Oh man.
2-year-old spurs, but it's got a 10-year-old beard on. Thanks.
Yours is got a little longer spurs. Yeah, they're about the same. Pick them up.
They all look the same thing.
They're all born the same day.
Camera out here. I'm gonna show off a little bit. For one.
I said I did. What is it? Shut up. Oh my gosh, I see it. Came back down here for a nice little photo op, and while we're setting them up, Chad eyes some morel mushrooms. So we're gonna look around and see if we can't find a few more and have a nice big turkey and mushroom fry. We had 3 longbeards down in about 30 minutes, and it was one of the most memorable mornings I've ever had in the turkey woods.
Sounds like Adam, AJ, and Chad had a great hunt, and what could be better than 3 longbeards and a morning spent with family and friends. My dad's been my best friend throughout my life. At this season of his life, we really savor every hunt.
I'm just appreciative to get to come hunting, and every time I come hunting, a wonderful day for me.
Our first hunt together this turkey season is in a plot we call Hidden Valley. You may be familiar with it, as he took a nice buck there a couple years ago.
You got him. You got him.
There he lays, there's your big one. Give me a hug.
Thank you for letting me hunt, son.
Look at all these trash back here.
That is wonderful, son. That's a good deer.
That's a very good deal.
Yeah, yeah.
This plot's a great strut area, as there's steep ridges on both the north and south side, and it's the widest clear spot in the valley for several hundred yards both ways.
Wonderful day to turkey hunt. I look forward to it every year. I appreciate the sun having me down. In my old age like this, every turkey hunt is wonderful.
It was obvious from the get-go my dad was going to have a great hunt no matter if we saw a gobbler or not, and that's a great quality in a hunting partner. About an hour into the hunt, we noticed a hen enter the back of the plot. She approached and interacted with the decoys and dusted right in front of us, giving us a great show for our first hunt together this year. Turkey season closes at 1 p.m. each day in Missouri, so it wasn't long before it was time for us to head back to the house and have some lunch. Next time my dad joined me, we went to a food plot called Hidey-ho 3, where I've got a redneck hay bale blind. A neat characteristic of this food plot is that a power line right-of-way crosses it. So if you stick a decoy out in the plot in the power line right-of-way, turkeys can see it from several hundred yards away on either side. After Dad and I had been settled in for an hour or so, I just happened to notice some toms crossing a ridge to our north. That mountain is so steep, I've got to squat down in the blind to get low enough to be able to see the top of the ridge through the window. While I was cutting, I noticed their heads changed colors, and I knew I had their attention, giving me time to mess with the camera and get them in focus as they eased down the mountain. Dad was sitting pretty far back in the blind, so he couldn't get low enough to see the turkeys as they came down the steep hill, but I was giving him play-by-play as they made their approach. Once they drifted into the timber, I could tell my dad was worried they might not make it back to the field.
They're gonna come out right over here. You're fine. You're fine.
I leaned far to my right so I could see the left part of the field, and wouldn't you know it, I saw 2 red heads coming toward the decoy. They were still way out, so I had a chance to tell my dad the toms were coming and for him to get ready.
There's 2 of them, they're both big birds. They're both big ones, 2 of them coming. Make sure they're separated enough that you only kill one. Make sure they're far enough apart. Reach out there and shoot one of them, Dad.
You got him. You got him. Good shot, Dad.
So,
Oh, you got him. Shot was clearly dead on, and I knew I'd been blessed to share another great hunt with my father. We sat there really enjoying the hunt as the second tom came back in view. I had a tag in my pocket and could have easily taken that tom, but my joy was already complete for the day. Oh yeah, that's a good one, Dad.
something knocked the feathers out of it.
Yeah, you knocked the feathers out of them all right. Yeah, that's a good one, Pops. Look at those spurs, about an inch long, aren't they? On the top round?
Yeah,
How much you weigh?
22 pounds.
22 pounds.
I'm guessing.
You can tell it was a cool day, but now the temperatures are in the 90s and we're starting to plant eagle seed beans. All right, we're going here. We'll be hunting in the mornings and planting in the afternoons, trying to beat the rain that's forecast for this weekend. I hope the conditions are great for hunting or planting wherever you are, but most importantly, take time this week to enjoy creation and listen to what the Creator is saying to you. Thanks for watching GrowingDeer.tv.
I think we'll get one today. Wonderful.